What's up, guys? It's Knight's Tempest here, back with another episode of Satisfactory. Today, I'm going to upgrade our iron manufacturing plant here. So we're going to just go ahead and delete everything here and then build a proper factory. We're also going to build we're going to build a sink, and we're going to get some very useful items for helping us build this factory. For now, we're going to go ahead and get this to back up to 100% clock speed. No space in the inventory. Alright, gotta dump out some stuff first. I lost some footage for the last recording, so this is a re-record, so the trophies won't pop exactly. Well, the trophies won't pop for this first bit, so I apologize in advance for the trophy hunters watching. I will put the 30-second clips at the end of this video. For the trophies that we've earned this episode. Okay, so here, whenever we choose a recipe, should get an achievement.
Hard drive analysis completed. Alternative recipe selection available in the MAM.
Cheap silicate is good, but we're going to try for a different recipe. So we're going to rescan. Oof. Neither one of those are really good. I was hoping for either, because stitched iron plates are good, or was hoping for like cast screws, so we're just gonna leave that there. Because if you leave these recipes there, whenever you go out, find another one and scan it, it takes these two out of the scanning pool, so you don't get another drive with those same two recipes again. So yeah, but now we just need to grab the rest of the stuff from here. In fact, we're just going to go ahead and just make all this iron, so back in a second.
One eternity later.
Alright. So now then, we need to grab cable. We got 40 rotors. And we have way more plates than we know what to do with for the moment. So, let's see, grab a couple of these. I'm going to go ahead, put those in there. Okay, just need to make 10 more rotors, which we can make 18 of. Okay, and then that'll be done and dusted.
Milestone reached. The Fix-It jump pad combines high technology and innovation for optimized factory traversal and an ideal travel experience. Clarification. Ideal travel experience not guaranteed. Individual results may vary. Pioneers are responsible for all workplace accidents resulting from jump pad usage.
Okay, might as well just make the one concrete. There we go. And we need quartz for silica, which we need 50 of, which we don't have enough of. And yeah, bolted plates or bolted frames would be pretty good. But the issue is how many frickin' screws it takes. And like, look, it takes 140 per minute to make 5 per minute. And it takes 7.5 per minute reinforced iron plates. Whereas this recipe will spit out 15 reinforced iron plates per minute, which is good, but we won't have anything to put out that many, to handle that many screws per minute throughput. It's just not going to happen. Not for a long while. Alright, and I can put production back down to pretty much 50%. Yep, that'll work. Right, so we need rotors and we need iron plates in order to make the smart plating. So we need to lay down our foundations, which we could do. Now we have to do 4. And collect these before we start building. There we go. Put on zoom mode for faster building. It might be a bit close to our hub, so that was a bit odd. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and build our first miner here, and then we're gonna keep on expanding the floor here. Put 10 out that way, maybe another 10. Yeah, that's when we start clipping through the rock. Yeah, that'll be alright. Looks like our freighter just landed. But we can't do anything else until we get all of the until we get the space elevator components done, because that will unlock the next phase and also unlock the next group of items that we can, the next group of tiers that we can unlock and help us get stuff done more efficiently and create more complex stuff. Items. There we go. Alright, now that that's done, we don't have that marker on the map anymore. There we go. And another miner. Nope. Gotta make another set of floors first. There we go. And it looks like we have to grab another set of floors before we build the next miner. Alright, that looks pretty straight. Alright, so this factory, we're going to go fairly vertical with it. Because we've got this we can move later if we want. But we got gas over there, which we have no way of dealing with for the moment. So we're just going to have to deal with the space we've got for now. Alright, so we're going to need... Actually, we're going to need the awesome sink. Because we're going to need to buy some stuff for the build. So we're going to need some tickets. Go to get this thing some power. There we go. We're gonna grab these things. We're gonna leave those because they're a pain in the butt to make. Alright, sweet. And like always, the trophies that don't pop in video, I'll put the short clips on the end for my trophy hunters out there. So we've got all those going in. These the important ones, really. Alright, what do we get? 35. Ooh, so close to 36. We'll put a pile of plates in there, because why not?
A few moments later.
That's what we want. Alright, you would get a trophy for pulling out those tickets, and now we need awesome shop. We're just gonna plop it right there. Okay, now we're going to need the wall power outlets for sure. The wall conveyor mounts, ceiling conveyor mounts, the conveyor hole floors, or floor holes. To skip the foundations, we'll need the conveyor walls, doors. Let's see, we're at a total of 13 right now, so we're pretty solid. Okay, well, we need to unlock steel for those. Architecture, we're gonna need ladders for sure. Roofs. We're still at 26 total, so that's good. Railings. Coffee cup, because why not? And there's where you just buy parts. Which we're not going to do. Because we have all this wonderful stuff to buy. Do windowed walls. And we're at 35, so if we can find one that's worth 1 ticket. And we'll just add that. Be done. So, there's 36 tickets.
Official Fix-It coffee cup unlocked. Do not purchase unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups. They have been known to explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized Fix-It coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official Fix-It products can be licensed for your use from official Awesome Shop installations only. Come to the best shop on the planet for the best deals on all official Fix-It supplies, guaranteed.
And a trophy would pop whenever you take a sip from the coffee cup. Alright, so we've got all that going. Concrete production still ticking away. Right, so now to set up the bottom floor here. So bottom floor is going to be reserved for the mining and processing of the iron here. So we need smelters. Build that up far enough to where you can put a splitter in there. Oh, there we go. Put a splitter in there. Have the input facing the miner. Kind of line it up with the front of that foundation. Build it 3 high. Alright, we'll see if that works or not. There we go. Go ahead and put those up. Then we're going to do the same thing with the other 2. Okay, it's got all those hooked up. Now we put down our power poles. But we won't need power poles whenever we build walls. So let's go ahead and build our walls. Then, oh yeah, got a set of shortcuts. Foundations, those are set. Walls, there we go. Windows, put those there. There we go. And architecture, ladders, put those there. Modern railings, put those on the bottom. Okay, sweet. Now then, let's put a door right here. I think we needed 4 high, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we actually might need 5 to get over the top of the miners. Now then we can just undo the overhanging wall sections. There we go. All right. Now then just gotta build our walls. Yeah. Then in this corner, we're gonna build one of these. And the rest of them is gonna be normal walls. That way we can take the stuff being smelted down here to the next floor. Go. Just gonna do the same for here. Maybe it was 6 tall. No, that looks about right. Yeah, because now we're not clipping through our wires, so that's exactly what we want. Alright. So now then we'll just do this. No, need more concrete. How about that? Might as well grab a couple of these plates as well. Nope, no concrete in there. Just have to sort, grab, there we go. And then we'll use a ladder to get us all the way to the top. Alright, sweet. Now that we've got 4 walls and a roof, we're going to grab our wall outlet. Have a double wall outlet. Put it right about there. And that'll get power from outside the building, inside the building. And for power inside the building, we'll just use these wall outlets. So they'll hook us up from there to there. We've got 2 of these, so we're going to put one of these right there. One of those right there, one of those right there. Actually, we're going to do that more directly above. There we go. Now it's going to wire everything up. That way it keeps all of our wires out of the way. Oh, we need more cable. Mate, you can't be here. Get over there. Thank you. There we go. Now we got plenty of cable. then we just gotta bring our power into the building. Okay, that's hooked up to there. That up there. That up there. Oh, didn't mean to do that. There we go. Now then, we just hook that up there. And hook that right there. And just daisy chain our power. Boop. Put that right there. There we go. I just gotta set up our smelteries. Okay, got all those set up and going. Now I have to merge all 6 of these into 3 separate lines and put them into there. For these, we're going to do 4 high. Here we go. I think that was 2. Then our output is going to go on the wall here. And then I'll go up here. All right. Perfect. Just gotta do the same thing with the other 2. Alright, so that is all 3 of those going up to the next floor. Now we're going to build a little maintenance area. That's what we're going to call it. Little maintenance platform so we can see and wire up stuff on the exterior of the building. Too tall. Put a door on our little maintenance platform. And one for the entrance. And change this to always open mode. Alright, sweet. Now build a 3-hole conveyor wall right there. It's going to be our resources coming in. Hang on. We don't have materials coming out right there. Something is going on down there. Climb down our ladder. Is it not connecting? I thought it automatically connected. That's a problem. Let's try that again. Start up here, down there. Or is there just ever so slight mismatch? It's probably just an ever so slight mismatch. Yeah. This means we gotta redo this. That's okay. Splitter. Entrance is there. Should be good enough. Hopefully. Invalid conveyor belt shape. I don't think so. Okay, we're just gonna have to do it this way. There we go. Troubleshooting, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly why you leave adequate space. Why is it an invalid shape? It's because it's super, super close? Probably. Alright, let's try and... Yeah, see, that one connected. I guess the other one was just too close. Alright, that's how you troubleshoot that. So now we got the ball rolling and the iron flowing. Right, so we need to make our plating, smart plating. Which we're going to need rotors, we're just going to need screws and rods. And then we're going to need iron plating as well, if I remember right. Let's go over to our recipes, all the way down. There we go. Reinforced iron plates. Of course we're going to need reinforced iron plates. So for reinforced iron plates, screws. How many screws? 60 per minute, which means we're going to need a metric crap ton of screws. Right, first of all, let's get our iron up here. So there's one. Two. Three. Okay, the middle one isn't moving material. Why? There we go. Alright, so we're going to make screws and plates. We're going to try and make as much stuff as we can on this single floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe one of those can feed 4. Yeah. One belt can feed 4 of these. So we're gonna need splitters. We're gonna need 3 splitters. And I say we're gonna need 3 because we're gonna need a splitter to split the 60 into 30s. Then we're gonna need a splitter to split the 30s into 15s. So like that. Do the furthest one away. Two, 3. Okay. And then we're gonna need this. Okay. Do the same thing here. There we go. Alright, so we've got that going. Now we need a splitter to go here-ish. Probably gonna have one, do the one closest to the wall for this line, construction line here. 2, 3. There we go. So now we're gonna have this one going in there, that one going in here, and then this one going straight into there. I need to finish the room. There we go. We'll build this one 4 tall. Conveyor wall there for stuff going out. Because the upper floor from this one is the one we're going to be building our space elevator parts. Need more concrete. Always need more concrete. There we go. Should be enough for now. I need more iron plates now. Just gonna pick up. Good. There we go. I think 1,000 will be plenty for now. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now I need to start putting some power in here. Alright, incoming power from outside, we're going to do right here. And incoming power, we've got to get it right about here. Okay, get those powered up. There we go. Iron rods, iron rods, iron rods, and iron rods. Okay. So all that's being split up to iron rods, and we're gonna make screws out of those iron rods. So we're gonna leave one foundation away from the wall to be able to move around. If I remember rightly, each screw constructor needs 10, so we'll be doing a little combining and splitting magic here. 1, 2, 3. Four, 5, 6. Okay, good. Those screws, yep, 10 per minute for iron rod input. And we're making 60 per minute. There we go. Now we need to get a merger. Output should be this way. 1, 2, 3 high. Actually, we'll need a splitter, like right here in the middle, to feed all the other ones. So get that a little closer, lock it. That should be good. There we go. Those kind of work backwards, so. Yep, that's good. And do this. There we go. Same thing with this one over here. Do a splitter. That's good. Alright, so now I've got that doing that. You're going to need a merger. Output right there. There we go. That's probably too close to auto connect. Oh wait, hang on. Why not put a merger right here in the middle? Okay, we'll see how this works. Okay, I see the issue. So just when it goes to yellow, give this a shot. Yeah, there we go. So now we just need that. So that should feed those three. And do the same thing for this one. See how that works out. Alright, now we just need to get all 6 of these. Yep, they're all making screws. Alright, so so 4 times 6, so it should be 24. This means it should be producing 240 screws a minute. Should be. So now we're going to need to do the same thing for rods. So another 4 for rods. Do 1. 2. 3. 4 for rods. 2. Two for plates. So we got 2 plates, and all these are going to be rods. Alright, so we're going to need the same setup again. Going to need a splitter each. Okay, so now I need to do this number right here. There we go. And boop. Alright, there's our plates done. All our iron rods done. Just gotta finish the inputs. So we're gonna take the middle one and we're gonna split it right here. Split it in 2 right here for our iron rods. Ah, too long. Too long of a belt. That's okay. We'll just have to go all the way up to the ceiling. Alright, sweet. That's all that done, so now just gotta power everything up. Come on. There we go. Okay, all that looks like it's hooked up, so now it's going to get hooked into the rest of it. So pull that, run it over there. I think it blew a fuse. Well, let's go check it out. No? Okay, so he didn't pop a fuse. So, what the heck's going on then? Oh, yeah, duh. Don't think I hooked up the exterior power. Yep, nope, I didn't. That's what's going on. That is precisely what is going on. There we go. Okay, now we have all the basics up and running. Now I have to get it all piped out to the next floor. Which we need to figure out a way to get it to. We'll just, yeah, you know what? We'll just do... Yeah, we'll delete that. Make a door here. Put a foundation right there. And this will be our going up. That will keep us from falling off. So that goes up there now. Although we do need to check our power consumption, so we don't pop a fuse. What's our grid looking like? So we still have a little bit of overhead left. Maximum consumption is at 120, so we're still under that. So now we're gonna climb all the way up here. Merge all of these after I give these power, because apparently I didn't give these power. Daisy chain those together. There we go. You have to combine all of these. Should be 40, 80. 120. Yeah, so these are two separate belts. Okay. So screws are about to go out on a hole of their own because the maximum belt we have is 120. So it's going to be a 2-port all on its own. So we're going to need rods and plates to go out there. So that would be 2 for there. So that means we're going to need a single hole wall. Right here for the other thing of screws. So we're going to need a Mark II belt. Done along this wall. Go. So these 3 I'm going to put up over here, push them out there, and the last 3 I'm going to push out their own hole in the wall over there. So this one we're going to do 2 clicks. There we go. Put a merger down here in the middle. Okay, and we're going to need a Mark II belt. hang on. Gosh dang it. I wasn't paying attention to the belt direction. That's fine. That's why they weren't being allowed to hook up. Alright, here's our 120 belt of screws. Actually, it might make more sense to have the one ball hole for the plates, because they're just that close to the wall. Merger. Do this one 4 high. There we go. So there's our iron plates. Alright, we have that one as a straight. There we go. Just gotta have this one run along the wall here. Bam. Alright. Then default out the wall. There we go. So there's our plates. And get the rods out through there. Then the other set of screws as well. And merger. Yeah, this is gonna be. There's gonna be some clipping going on. Let's see if that works. Yes, that works. That's crazy. Okay, well, at least it works. Hang on, so 1, 2. One, 2. Go. And now some clipping is going to occur. That's just too close. This one will have to hang from the ceiling to get over there. Yeah. Alright, there we go. So there's our 2 belts of screws out the wall, our plates out the wall. Now have to get all of our rods out of there as well. Get our conveyors up there. Gonna need another merger, which we're going to direct out that way. Have it back here, so. Belts. Alright, beautiful. I just gotta get over the machinery. There we go. Okay, there's our iron rods finally. Alright, so we have everything being made on this floor going out the wall and going up to the next floor. So now, build another little maintenance type floor. I'm going to build this one out too, so we can look at that wall over there. Same thing as the last two. Going up two. Doing our conveyor wall. Doing a single right there. These two are screws. Make sure it goes all the way up to 8. There we go. I think these maintenance floors can actually pull double duty. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna put our door here. Set to always open mode. There we go. this floor is going to be where we have our very first assemblers. Because it's got to take two parts and make them into one. Okay, so get our assembler. We need rotors for assemblers, of course we do. We need two assemblers, one for rotors and one for reinforced iron plates. So I'm going to craft us some rotors and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So I can go ahead and get rid of that stuff. Put that in there. Don't really need that. Don't really need. Let's see, don't really need that, so let's get rid of that. Alright, so we got our rotors. Now we can build our assemblers. And we need reinforced iron plates. How many do I have? Did I use them all up? I used them all up. Well, more crafting. Now we're back. Right, assembler. Probably gonna put these out here. Okay, so we need rotors. It's 100 per minute. We're gonna need reinforced plates. It's gonna be 60 per minute. Yes, that means we can fuel two of those, and one of those, and smart plating. So yeah, it's 2 rotors per minute. It's 4 rotors per minute. Okay, looks like those walls are tall enough as well. So I'm going to do a storage container. I'll put a storage container for you right there. Need how many? 2 reinforced per minute. It's gonna put out 5. So the second one will just have pumped straight into a storage container. Okay, so rods for this one. But we need to bring our stuff up here first. Mark II lift. We need more plates. Of course we need more plates. We need a crap ton more plates. So I'm gonna grab all these screws here. Because we're gonna need them all to make more plates. So, more crafting time and I will be back in a bit. We're back. I've crafted a ton of plates, so hopefully this will get the job done. Right, need to put a roof on this thing. Zoop. Zoop. There we go. Alright, we got a roof on this thing. put that there, and gonna need a double wall outlet. Put it right about there. Here we go. Okay, so plates. We're gonna need to split those. Two, three. Let's see if that works, and if it doesn't, we'll just have to redo it. No, that won't work. Two, three. Invalid belt shape. Okay. Why is it invalid? Because it likes to be rude, that's why. There we go, default. Now then, we can just bring these bad boys to right there. There we go. Those should be plates. Iron plates going in there. Yes, perfect. Okay, those are iron plates going in there. And the back two are screws, so we're gonna get another splitter. Let's see, need another splitter. Now this one go higher. 3. That one go up to 4 to try and get us over those. So 1, 2. Don't care if it clips a little bit. 1, 2. There we go. Now then, 60 per minute. A level 1 belt can handle that split. Then we're just going to need a Mark II belt to go to that middle one, which should be right about there-ish. Those are our rods, which will go all the way over here. I think I'm gonna try and get power up here first. Wire. There we go. Then we need one. That one going Screws and rotors. Screws and the other one. Rods. There we go. Okay, that's gonna go that way. Now I just bring a regular conveyor of rods out here. Straight. Yeah. That should be iron rods going in there. Now I need a Mark II belt. And a Mark II belt. Over there, so we're gonna try and make her even. There we go. Just like that. Too steep. Let's try that, shall we? All right. Forgot to make that Mark II. Alright, so now we're making rotors. And we're making reinforced iron plates. Extra is getting pumped in here. Oh, that doesn't have any power. That needs to be powered. Let's see, can I find... There we go. There we go. Now we're pushing out rotors. And now they can be stored. And now it's gotta wait for enough of those to build up. Because we need 50, which there's 50 in a stack. So in the meantime, let's do some exploring. Let's see if we can't get us another hard drive or two. And get us some SAM and some other stuff. So let's see. Well, I want to get us the Blade Runners, which we need silica for. So I've got to either find a node of quartz or... Oh, there's our first summer sloop. Alright. Oh. Alright. Go on. Leave me alone. Alright, nice. Now we can try that again. Because power shards will come in mega handy, just like that summer sloop up there. If I can climb it. There we go. Oh, nope. Nope, that's too far. Here we go.
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol mathematically resembling a Mobius strip has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
Alright, looks like we found some quartz. Looks like another couple copper nodes. Are these normal or no? They're impure. Alright, so they're impure nodes. I know there is a crash freighter over here. No, we've not built over to it. Yeah. There's a second one. Oh my gosh, go away. Oh. I think he's slightly glitched. Alright, so we got cable, we've got all kinds of good stuff, but we need, it's like 15 copper sheets to open that one. So I will go grab some copper sheets, empty some of my inventory, and I will be back. Alright, we are back. This little bugger was hiding down here. I thought it was inside the rock or something, but no, he was just underneath. And now one part down there. And yes, we are out of biofuel that can be made into solid biofuel, so just grabbing a whole bunch of leaves and stuff. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, that's why we do solid biofuel, because that little bit of solid biofuel we made has been powering us for, 6-7 hours. No, probably not that long. It's definitely been going for at least 4. Oh, looks like the one that fell off his back. Get all the goodies on the ground. Alright. We have a second hard drive. Now dismantle all that so I don't come back here like thinking I've found one I've not gotten yet. Grab a whole bunch of this. he's up there. Just gonna grab all this. He can be mad if he wants to. And now we're gonna move out. Now there is some salmon there, but there's also a lot of toxic stuff in there, so we'll have to come back whenever we can blow stuff up. Gather a little bit more, then we'll go back, research the summer sloop, and we'll put that on the assembler up top for the space elevator parts, so we can get those faster. Alright, I think that's going to be the end of the episode for today. We've done a lot. Got basically a 4-story factory going. And got our first space elevator parts going. So, I'll probably do a little bit of fuel gathering off camera and all that. But, until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Research completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked. New caterium research available. Research completed. Yellow power slugs are further into their life cycle than blue power slugs, and thus have more potential energy stored. They can now be processed into power shards. Blade runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered your value to fix it. Summersloop analysis completed. Summersloops are somewhere between battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
let the energies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
Similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner. To explode and attract wasps. Unauthorized fix-it coffee cups lower your attractiveness to your preferred gender and/or your sense of well-being if you have no gender attraction or preference. Official fix-it products can be licensed for your use from official